In the previous video we figured out what the metaverse is. Let's take a look at the top 5 projects what we think have a great potential. Let's examine together. Welcome to Kripto Ofis channel, I am Iryna. I want to start with a project that we have already analyzed in detail, and you can find a link to this video in the description, but I would like to return to it again. So, Star Atlas. Star Atlas Metaverse is one of the best games in the entire crypto space, set in galaxy-sized virtual reality game. Therefore, everyone can find a cozy place for themselves, create a unique character, buy a spaceship and go on an amazing journey on it. And most important, the achievements of the game will be evaluated in terms of money. The economy is linked to Atlas and Polis cryptocurrency tokens, which can be traded on well-known exchanges. Star Atlas combines several game genres at once: grand strategy, role-plays, spaceflight simulation, exploration, and uses a variety of mechanisms to attract different categories of gamers. In the space theme, players can explore the vast expanses in search of precious resources and participate in PvP and PvE battles. This way you can get NFTs, which can later be sold on the marketplace. Let's briefly analyze what you can do in the game. Fights. The game have a very thoughtful combat system in which even captured settlements can take part. Various maneuvers are available to players to protect their ship from incoming attacks and disable enemy defenses. Get more hits on your enemies to destroy their ship and take their wealth. There is also a passive assault mode that can be used strategically to capture a base in order to use it for your own benefit. Deep space exploration. One of the main components of the gameplay of Star Atlas is the exploration of deep space. Players can visit all the stars they can see and use the most advanced equipment to scan the lands for treasures to trade in the market. Every star in the metaverse is rich in resources. Players will need high-level equipment to find these resources, refine them, and sell them on the market. Professions. Managing an entire space station requires a team of professionals with roles ranging from pilot, gunner, engineer to general manager, broker, and more, gradually opening up many new career options. Players must assemble a team of highly trained crew to take on these roles and carry out day-to-day tasks, from defending the station against hostile forces to utilizing logistics services and opening up trade routes. Every department will need professionals to run base operations. Star Atlas is a very interesting and unique project among blockchain games that has a lot of mechanisms to diversify the gameplay. It is definitely worth playing for everyone, and especially for fans of space themes or grand strategies. The second project I want to pay attention to is EVERDOME. The goal is to build an ultra-realistic virtual world where users can buy land, rent property, and do everything VR has to offer. Rob Green's first project, MetaHero, has already opened the gates to the metaverse. However, the technology available is not suitable for MetaHeroes, that is to scan real people and objects and provide a high-quality 3D representation. But with EVERDOME, the possibilities are endless. This is a virtual reality world where the scanned objects can work comfortably. Imagine that you have a virtual version of you that feels as real as possible and not as comical as what we find in Microsoft and Facebook avatar. The virtual reality and augmented reality industries have grown significantly over the past few years. However, there are still many issues that need to be addressed before they become mainstream. One problem is the lack of realistic avatars. Since the current avatars in virtual world look very cartoonish and unrealistic, it has become difficult for people to communicate with each other in this world. EVERDOME Metaverse aims to solve this problem by making avatars more realistic. In partnership with MetaHero, EVERDOME Metaverse aims to deliver a hyper-realistic Metaverse 3.0 experience. EVERDOME will be able to create truly realistic virtual items and avatars. This means that avatars can be made as real as human face. This was made possible by combining 3D scanning technology with a modern virtual and augmented reality technologies. EVERDOME Metaverse uses 3D scanning technology to create ultra-realistic 3D. 3D scanning allows you to scan and model an avatar in the exact shape and size of the user's face. This makes the avatar look alive and realistic. However, it doesn't stop there. VR. The technology even allows you to create a virtual accessories for avatars. For example, virtual belts, shoes and other accessories can be added to avatars. These items are made as realistic as possible. Without a doubt, EVERDOME Metaverse will revolutionize the VR industry. Finally, you will be able to play as yourself in Metaverse games and look just you in video conferences. All in all, EVERDOME Metaverse is an exciting project that could usher in a new era of virtual reality. The DOM token is the native cryptocurrency of the EVERDOME Metaverse. One more very exciting project is Space Somnium. Somnium Space is an open social virtual reality platform built on the blockchain, and users in it can buy virtual land and build almost everything they want. For example, marketplaces, play areas, cinemas, parks, schools, and more. Everyone can dive into the metaverse using a VR headset, browser, or smartphone. The Somnium Space Metaverse should not be confused with a game. It looks more like advanced version of the Internet Corporation than a regular game with a free virtual world. It's like Google or Amazon, which combine huge ecosystem of different products. But the main thing that distinguishes the metaverse from everything else is a unique economy built on the blockchain. Thanks to the blockchain, the economy of Somnium Space is built in a decentralized manner. Users fully own their digital assets, that is, they can use and exchange them even in the other applications. And even the developers will not be able to remove or change the territory of the land that someone has already bought. Ethereum is the second largest blockchain in the world and also serves as the foundation for the economy of the metaverse. With it, companies can create and sell digital goods in the form of non-fungible tokens. It is more efficient and safer than doing business through an online intermediary. Cube, these are ERC20 standard tokens on the Ethereum blockchain, which are the internal currency of the Somnium Space. Users use them to pay each other. For example, Cube can come in handy to buy a ticket to a virtual concert. Somnium Space users can freely trade their crafted items on any NFT marketplace such as OpenSea. It will become the centerpiece of the economy. Everyone will be able to monetize their work, whether it be art, music, or program code. All works are stored on servers, and digital information about them and proof of ownership are on the Ethereum blockchain. With the help of blockchain technology, Somnium Space users can exchange any goods and services without intermediaries. For example, artists can sell their paintings and artists can stream their music. Each work is a unique token in the blockchain, with which the users confirms the ownership. In addition to a decentralized economy, the Somnium Space Metaverse is distinguished from other virtual worlds by a high level of immersion. Games like World of Warcraft and GTA Online have always existed only on computer screens. It is impossible to distract from real objects and external noise with their help. Therefore, they cannot be called meta-universes. Somnium Space is available for all major PC-connected VR headsets. They have built-in displays that show separate images for the left and right eyes. Depending on the manufacturer, headsets are equipped with different controllers and sensors. VR headsets are still not very common, so Somnium Space has models for computers and smartphones. You can enter the metaverse directly in the browser. The Somnium Space Metaverse is being built by the inhabitants themselves. To do this, they use special programs Builder and Unity SDK. With the help of the first, you can create physical objects such as houses or decorative items. The Unity SDK allows you to upload your own avatars and animations. VR headsets are not the limit to the depths of immersion in Somnium Space. The metaverse's programming code supports finger, lip, and eye tracking, as well as the transmissions of smells, wind, and even touch. But all these opportunities will appear only in the future, since the equipment for such technologies has not yet entered mass production. Somnium Space cannot be called a game. This is a real metaverse that brings together entertainment, communication, business, and creativity. Here is a short list of features that different categories of Somnium Space users have. Developers can sell tokenized digital assets and avatars. Streamers can have their own virtual studio inside Somnium Space. Content creators can showcase their work and monetize it. Companies can create their stores inside Somnium Space. Game developers can post short demos. Universities can create courses, events, and immersive museums. Architects can build anything and download it via Unity SDK. Entrepreneurs can sell digital or physical goods and offer services. Artists can showcase their creations from sculptures to 2D and 3D paintings. NFT collectors can create exhibitions to present their collections to others. The next project I want to observe is Sensorium. Sensorium is a digital communications and entertainment of the future today. Major technological shifts occur every 10 years. Sensorium Galaxy is the future of social platforms, offering users an immersive experience of interacting with others and participating in exciting activities. Sensorium Galaxy is the next generation social VR platform that revolutionizes digital communications with a sense of presence. Feel closer to the people you appreciate and the things you love. Thousands of VR activities that excite the imagination and help establish new social connections. Let's look at the locations that are in this metaverse. Breathe. This mesmerizing land changes under the influence of sound frequencies. A futuristic concert venue built in the center of this world invites artists and visitors to take part in music shows on galactic scale. Jay-Z, David Guetta, Carl Cox, Sergei Polunin and many more have already joined the VR revolution. Motion. At the center of the Sensorium Galaxy is underwater world dominated by immortal aliens known as Omoya. Motion is the home to dance marathons and professional performances, a place where movement is the key to survival and a source of strength that revitalizes the mind and spirit. NFT in the game is a digital clothing. In Sensorium Galaxy, digital fashion is revealed to the fullest. The self-expression of the players comes to the fore. Digital clothes will be traded for the game's cryptocurrency Senso. Starship Ship, one of the ways to move around the world in the Sensorium Galaxy. Inside the ship, each player will have their own cabin, which can be customized in their own way. In it, you can gather with friends, have parties, and just spend the time listening to music. We have analyzed games, activities, and locations, but Sensorium Galaxy has another very cool feature: the extensive users of artificial intelligence in the gameplay. NPCs tune into the music. NPCs will dance to the beat of the music. To do this, neural networks will watch a lot of videos with real dances and learn how to generate suitable movement combinations. Non-player characters. NPCs will have personalities, such as an extrovert who loves to dance or introvert who prefers to watch concerts. In the future, characters will be able to meet and communicate with players, invite them to concerts, play offline. Out of the network, our characters will be controlled by AI. During the game, our behavior is analyzed, and the neutral network will copy the behavior patterns that it will later use when we are inactive. Avatars will be able to get to know each other while their owners are busy with other things. When players return to the world, the platform will invite them to chat. Neutral networks will perfectly enliven the world of Sensorium Galaxy and help players to socialize within the metaverse. The Sensorium Galaxy metaverse is a great example of how the virtual world helps people by pushing the boundaries of their capabilities. Thanks to Sensorium, users can attend concerts of popular artists from anywhere in the world or have a cool VR party with friends. The next project I want to describe is the metaverse's first multiverse. The Neloverse is a land-based metaverse in which players can create their own characters, games, or even in-game businesses, escape the stress of real life and enter the Neloverse for a world with endless possibilities and fun with thousands of creatives from around the world. Passive income or side income just by doing something you love. Neloverse will provide you with the platform to monetize and earn NVE through the games you create and play. Neloverse makes it easy as ever for every game creator and player to earn NVE through different in-game incentives and rewards. So how to earn NVE in Neloverse? Play Neloverse and complete quests, create games and collect rewards, design assets and mine them into NFTs. Archive any game and personalized experience you want in 3D virtual metaverse worlds through Neloverse's game market. Design and establish your own dynamic 3D world by creating games, experiences, habitats, and social interactions with other players, forging unique and special bonds within an EL community on the land of Neloverse. Game creator. It's time to go on an adventure like never before. There is no limits to what you can do in the world with endless possibilities. Test your abilities and skills against others in a world where everyone is welcome. Game creators will hold the power to determine the entire Neloverse experience. As one, you will be given the opportunity to build walls, forts, and traps for your potential enemies. Start all sorts of games or wars and win them. Landovers. Gain complete control over your gaming experience from day one. Start by deciding where you would like to live in Neloverse and begin creating your own home away from home. Whether this is an island, mansion, or a dungeon, landowners will be allowed to buy, stake, and rent land NFTs to enhance their Neloverse experience. Neloverse Go, tokens on the go. Whether you are heading to university, the office, or running a marathon, Neloverse Go will be a part of the journey, integrating bring the metaverse into your daily lives in a seamless and effortless way. Start living your dreams in the metaverse, one step at a time. Players will be allowed to collect walking steps for mining activities in order to generate a higher hash rate for their in-game NFTs. Neloverse Go facilitates alternatives when it comes to earning of tokens, allowing players to merge their lives in Neloverse with reality. So today I have observed top 5 games that we think have a great future and potential. But we want to remind you again that what we say is not investment advice, and we recommend you to do your research and always remember your decisions to trade depends on your attitude to risk, your expertise in the market, the spread of your portfolio, and how comfortable you feel about losing money. You should never trade with more money that you can afford to lose. See you in the next video. Invest in crypto smart and stay cool.